at the salvage yard trying to find a couple little things for the car, which is grill inserts basically in the windshield washer cover. Coming over to the first 9.3 I see, so far the only 9.3 I see, and I'm like, damn, it's missing literally exactly what I need. The windshield covers and the grill inserts. But ironically, the only one that's there is the passenger grill insert and the passenger washer. Passenger washer is cracked, but I could probably make do with that because I don't see another Saab here that is a 9.3, and I want to have something there. Ironically, there was another bumper with a non-cracked one, so we grabbed that one. I'll just have to paint it black. Upon further inspection, I did not realize Saab does a ton of different little things. I guess this is a different style grill insert than the one mine has. Mine has a honeycomb, I guess, instead of these little lines. I'll put a picture over this video real quick. But I think just for now, I'm still gonna just grab this one and run it because I would rather have one that slightly doesn't match when you look at it than just not one at all. So we stopped at Glance. We spent 20 bucks. Got a hood strut. I got 2 of the grill inserts just because I wanted to make them matching. A little interior piece on mine that's got a crack right here. It's kind of busted, so little plastic piece. 2 rear floor mats. I happened to just find a jug of winter windshield washer fluid, and then I grabbed a couple bulbs because it's got a rear fog light out. So pretty quick and easy. And then we also stopped at the hardware store. Spent a quick 60 bucks for another microfiber towel, some high grit sandpaper because I'm going to redo the headlights. I'm going to re-clear them, some oil, and then some gloss black paint and some high heat paint. Got both of the headlight washer covers on, nice and stuck in place and strong. I put one of the grill pieces in, the other one still drying, and then I'll put that one in. And then we're going to sand the headlights down and re-gloss them so they look new. So this was a horrible idea. Per usual, I didn't really pay attention to the weather conditions, and I kind of just started doing this. I don't even know what temperature it is. I didn't check, but I'm pretty sure it's like 35 degrees or something. Like it's pretty chilly out, so just started doing it. Didn't really pay much attention to it. Obviously, chemicals react different depending on the temperature. It didn't dry right, so they both came out like crap. And so now I'm stuck here trying to chase this situation and make them better. I kind of fixed it for now. I put the original factory one back in, and then I redid all the connections. All the wiring was like crimp butt connectors before, so they were the type of thing where you lightly touch them and they pull apart, and they actually did when I was trying to move this. So I soldered every connection, everything's soldered with a heat shrink wrap over all of the soldering points. So the wiring's healthy now, and I trimmed this because I don't have a third one, so I kind of just roughly trimmed it to look a little nicer. And then I didn't have a way to actually connect it at the moment, so I just used the zip tie for now. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but just for a little bit until I think of something a little bit better, but good enough for me. So we got one done, far from perfect. I kind of wanted it a lot better, but it is what it is at this point. It's pretty cold out, and I've been doing this all day, and I obviously had to start over, and the second time around it took a lot longer, so still got to do that one. It's, you know, it's all right. It's not the greatest, but it's better than it was before. And I also have to re-clay this fender. I never clayed the bumper yet anyway, so I already had to do the bumper, but I'm going to re-clay the front fenders as well because a little bit of overspray with the clear. The car was already dirty though, so that'll come off pretty easy with the clay bar, but got to re-clay the front fenders as well. But after that, it should start looking pretty good. Well, better than it was, far from perfect, but at least the front end looks somewhat normal now. Somewhat decent, somewhat clean. got kind of dirty quick because it is a black car, so we're probably gonna have that problem. I just went to O'Reilly's real quick. Needs a vacuum inside already again as well. Went to O'Reilly's though, got a touch-up pen because the front bumper is the only place where there's really any damage, is kind of just scratches and stuff. So touch-up pen to clean up some of the scratch marks, some microfiber cloth towels, and then some quick detailer stuff because the car was waxed and clayed and everything before. And now that it's so cold, we don't have the hose out anymore. So it's okay as long as there's not a lot of dirt, which is basically just because it rained. So it's very light particles to do quick detailer. It kind of pulls it off without scratching it. And that cleans it up a bunch. First thing that I've officially purchased for the car, besides like cleaning chemicals and little stuff like that, the key fob. It's just like a cheap plastic that is 20 years old almost now, and it is just chewed to crap and gross. So basically, there's a little computer inside of it. So I just bought the buttons in the plastic, and you just open this, put the computer in the new plastic so that all the buttons are easily pressable and whatnot. Now we've got this nice new little key fob. I also put this weird little cubby sock thing over it just because it feels better in your hand and it'll protect the buttons a little bit longer so that this key fob doesn't get chewed up as quick. Testing. Works for the key. And now, keep in mind guys, I couldn't do anything before. The car wouldn't lock or unlock. Now we can lock the car. Now we can unlock the car. And now, we can even pop the trunk. I also threw in one of those just universal rubber trunk mats. So obviously now that I don't have a truck, trash days and stuff like that, I don't want gross things to ruin the carpet in the back. So it's just one of those trim to fit ones because I don't want to spend like $100 on a Saab one. So just a little cheap trim to fit, but now the carpet is protected in the trunk. Now I'm just messing around under the hood a little bit, trying to clean up the engine bay. I believe that is the boost gauge line that was kind of run right across here, so I just kind of tucked it back a little bit. I'm still going to try to make it a little neater. These were all just like scattered everywhere, so I kind of just zip tied them together so they're in section. I'm about to put some heat protectant wrap around some of these wires here. They seem like they already have a little something on them, and obviously they've been fine, but it's pretty close, so I'm just going to put that right over there. And then I thought it had a valve cover leak, but actually now that I look closer at it, this is basically a crankcase ventilation, and that's just going to nothing, so that's leaking onto the valve cover and at times the exhaust. So I'm going to order a catch can, as well as I may even see if I can custom do something with this oil cap so I can have a little extra crankcase ventilation, just because it's pushing a lot of boost, so it can never hurt to have the extra ventilation. So I might try to figure out something else, but that is actually what that leak is.